Student loan payments are set to resume in October, and interestingly, payments have actually surged ahead of next month's restart. But the extra bill, no doubt about it, is expected to bite into Americans' wallets. Ramsey Solutions personality and host of the Ken Coleman Show, Ken Coleman himself, joins us now. Ken, great to have you here. I think those early payments are actually payments going to the principal, which is probably a smart thing to do, as opposed to just continuing to throw money at the interest. But bottom line, here we are. They're going to have to start repaying again. How many of these people do you think have been putting aside the payments that they were supposed to make, or do you think they've just gone and got debt somewhere else?
I think a small percentage. I have no data to back that up, except that the human behavior during all of this skyrocketing wage increases that we've seen over the last several years, credit card debt still continues to set new records. So I'm very concerned about the people who thought that Uncle Joe was going to come through and get rid of their student loan debt, and that is just really heartbreaking for people who really, truly believe. We took their calls on the Ramsey Show, on the Ken Coleman Show, and people say, what do we do? What do we do? And we said, pay it off. The government is not going to get rid of your debt. And here's what I want to point out, Ashley. It's time that you and I and everybody on the air start calling out Congress and the White House to actually do something about the source of the problem. The answer is not student loan forgiveness. The answer is the unbelievable skyrocketing tuition. It's big business for these state governments and their economies to have colleges and universities funded by these federal student loans, and the American people are the ones that are hurting. They're taking too much debt out, and it's ruining their lives, literally. And we've got to talk about this. No one's talking about it in Congress.
I agree with you. I think a lot of sentiment, though, goes back to, well, you signed on the bottom line, much like you do to finance a car or a house or whatever, and you kind of have to say, look, I agreed to it and I should be paying it off. But with the education side of it, do you think they've kind of been sold a fake narrative? You know, you're going to pay, yes, 50, 60, 70,000 a year, but when you get out into the workforce, you're going to have the credentials. Turns out that's not always right.
It's actually absolutely not right. In fact, a recent Harvard study came out that showed that there's very little to small percentage of income increase because of having an Ivy League degree. And that's at the grad level. So the message has been since the 70s, get a college degree and you're going to have a better life. But here's the reality. That's not the truth anymore. With trade schools exploding, new trades like technology schools, coding boot camps, as an example, exploding. We see more and more in the headlines every day that corporations are having to retrain college grads to actually do the work that they need them to do. And I see a splintering of education in the future because it can't keep going the way it is. And so here's the deal. There's a marketing lie that says a college degree is the only way to success, and that's not true. Two questions young people and parents need to be asking. Is a degree the only way or the best way to get the future that I want? And if the answer is no, I got good news. Less expensive and less time-consuming alternatives are everywhere.
Yes, technical schools in particular. Very quickly, Ken, pulling back a little bit, we know inflation has come down, but it's still pretty sticky. Items is expensive, gas is expensive, and so on, rents, you name it. What are the biggest mistakes that people make when they try and create a monthly budget? How do they get themselves into trouble?
Well, they get themselves into trouble when they don't know where every dollar is going. They're just trying to kind of lick the finger. Does this feel like the right amount of money? They've got to actually know how much money is coming in, how much money is going out. We've got a wonderful world-class budgeting tool called Every Dollar that helps people actually do that, to see their bank account and see what is being spent, what is being saved. People have to get a grip on what's coming in because Washington, D.C. is not going to bail them out. And here's the other bad news. Your corporation, your small business is not going to be able to give you a raise to keep up with inflation. That's not sustainable in a capitalistic environment. So what do you have to do? Take control of your life by taking control of your money. A budget is telling your money what to do, and not enough people are doing that. Individual responsibility still wins, no matter who's in the White House or who's running Congress.
I wish you could go to Congress right now and give them a lecture on that, Ken. You make absolute sense. And thank you so much for joining us today from beautiful Franklin, Tennessee, by the way. Ken, thank you very much.